just kids, saying he would never pursue anything with me and ruin his friendship with his best friend and my older brother, Merrick. It's been 17 years, and he has always stood by that proclamation. I'm not about to convince myself that things are suddenly going to change now. After all this time, I make it halfway down the hallway, then realize I'm not alone. I stop dead in my tracks, and I don't even have to turn around to know it's him. I force myself to stay looking forward, even as his voice pulls me back. What are you doing here, Giselle? There are a million things I want to say to him, and at the same time, there's nothing I want to say. With my back still facing him, I shrug and simply say, I'm leaving. I can see that. Why don't you at least come have a drink before you go home? I can hear the smile in his voice when he adds, since it took you long enough to come see the place. I swallow my emotions and finally let myself turn around. I wasn't prepared for the feelings that would hit me upon seeing him up close, and the intensity almost knocks me out. He's always been gorgeous, even when we were kids, but as an adult, he's no longer that boy I fell in love with. No, the person standing in front of me is all man, and the clothing he's wearing pulls tightly in all the right places, not hiding a single thing. I take a deep breath and say, No, you don't get it. I'm leaving. I didn't think you'd be here. I wanted to see it at least once before I left. As the finality of what I'm saying sinks in, he takes a small step toward me. My head demands I retreat, but my heart won't let me do it, and I'm frozen in place. He takes that as my response and continues moving forward. With his last hesitant step, he's standing merely inches away from me. He takes the sexy hat off his head, and I finally get a good look into his eyes, the same ones I used to get completely lost in. They're searching mine for who knows what, and he finally asks, What do you mean you're leaving? Where are you going? Laughter echoes from the bar at the end of the tunnel up to us, and I'm reminded of where we're standing. Control of my limbs finally comes back to me, and I turn away from him, taking a step to leave and throwing over my shoulder, You should go back to work. It seemed pretty busy in there. That's obviously not the answer he's looking for, as Anders' hand grips down on my shoulder, whipping me around to face him. His eyes are on fire, and he nudges me back against the cold concrete, trapping me against the wall. He holds my arms at my sides, and when his leg slides between my own, I moan out, enjoying the closeness of him. I shouldn't be turned on right now, but I can't help my traitorous body, and how it's always reacted to his. I lean into his hand as he brings it up to the side of my face and forces me to look him in the eyes. I'm not prepared for the fierce determination looking back at me. This is a side of Anders I've never seen before, and I don't know whether I should be scared or turned on. Now, tell me what you mean by that. Where the hell are you going, and why did that sound like a permanent goodbye? He releases his grip on my face, but I dare not defy him when he's acting like this, although part of me wants to just see what he'd do. It sends a small thrill through my body, but I let go of my bit of rebelliousness and answer his question. Paris. I'm going to Paris. I shrug and then add on, and that sounded like a goodbye because I only bought a one-way ticket. I need a breather from everything, and I didn't want a deadline looming for my return. He lets out a string of curses but doesn't release his hold on my body. At this point, I'm putty in his hands, and I don't think I'd be able to stand on my own even if I wanted to. The noises from the bar continue echoing in the small hallway we're occupying, and I'm vaguely aware of the fact that anyone could interrupt us at any given moment. I have no idea what he's thinking, but the last thing I expected was his mouth to slam down on mine. I temporarily freeze as he literally sucks the air out of me. It only takes a moment before I'm right there with him, and I curl my hands into his hair, pulling him even closer toward me. He groans into my mouth as I tug lightly on the ends, and he deepens the kiss. The last time we were wrapped in each other's arms, we were making out like teenagers, which was pretty fitting because we were teenagers at the time. But this? It's different, and so much more. When we were kids, there was hesitation on both of our parts, but right now his lips are right up against